But this time, if it was that we now saw her and she was like, hey, sir, hey, me, this one, then you now say, okay, fine. Then you go. I'll now say, maybe because I was not around,
Yeah.
this person was now being nice to you, but I'm proud of my husband that he was still firm. But that's not what I saw.
Okay,
Let me say what I saw, my love.
Okay. I was a bit more
Let
relaxed.
me say what I saw. It was now no longer, good afternoon, man. Good afternoon, sir. You're welcome. Then you now say, you're welcome. Thank you. No, it was, hey, sir, you have come back. Hey, thank you for coming to visit today. See me, this one. Then you're not like, I beg you. This kind of, yeah. You're not like, no, me too. I'm not. Oh, this one. So in my mind, I'm like,
Can I? Okay.
let me. So I was thinking about our relationship.
Yeah.
And thinking about the fact that we are almost always together.
Okay.
And some people even say, oh, that we really work together like twins. And the thing is that we actually work together most times, and we just try to sync what we are doing together. So we work from home, and then sometimes when we are going out, we go out together and we do everything, almost everything together. Now, sometimes I think about it like, can I really stay away from my husband? Can I really live far from my husband? And I was sitting down beside someone on Sunday, and I was like, I don't know how you're doing it. Like, she was like that when she gave birth to her 2 children, that her husband does not know what it feels like to live with a pregnant woman, because he is in a different place and she's in a different place. So she's giving birth to her children
in his absence.
But he comes to visit and all that. But she's
when he visits.
But they have a healthy marriage. They are like okay, but he is working in a different place, and she too is working in a different place. Both of them are working. So I was like, that she's really trying. But I know that part of the things too that makes some people not to live far away from each other is because of that thing about, I trust you when we are together, but I don't know how it would be when we are not together. So I would give an example. I remember that there was a time that I traveled, and before my trip, I know how I relate to guys, and I know how you relate with girls most times. And there is this kind of cordial, oh, good afternoon, sir. How you? Oh, how are you? How is work? This kind of cordial, just that's how we basically relate with like that. But I know that there was somewhere we went to, and by the time I traveled and I was back and we went to that place, the way you were now like, hey, people were now gisting, laughing. This one we laugh. This one we say jokes. This one we respond to the jokes with laugh. And in my mind, I was like, when did my husband start joking? Joke. This one we joke. This one we laugh. This one we joke. This one we laugh. And I was just shocked. And I was like, okay, let me monitor it. Another time again, we went again. We saw this person. There was a lot of jokes and laugh. And I'm not saying that you should not laugh, please. But I know that before I traveled, the jokes and laughs were not there. However, when I came back, just 2 weeks, there were a lot of jokes and laugh. So I now discovered that, this is what happens actually when a woman dies, that somehow the man is able to move on. He's able to joke and laugh easily and move on. So my question to you is, what happened within those 2 weeks that you now became a joking and laughing person?
Okay, let me even shock you now. We live.
No, we met this person somewhere we went to.
Somewhere we went to. Okay, we met the person somewhere we went to. That's the storyline, right? Okay, let me follow that storyline.
Yes.
The fact is, immediately you traveled, right?
Yes.
I also left home. I wasn't at home.
Okay.
I wasn't at home for that 2 weeks period that
so
you
talked
talked
didn't meet
about.
The person.
Wait. I'm going somewhere.
Okay. Because I don't want you to be specific.
No, I understand, but the fact remains that I didn't have any tangible conversation with that person that you have in mind, though. I didn't have any tangible conversation with that person within that 2 weeks period, and God is my witness on this I'm saying this publicly.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe if my communication style with the person was altered based on your own observation.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that maybe happened because you were away for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I can say that, I can beat my chest and say that 1,000 times
because
at least to an extent, I know myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was something that maybe I started gisting with the person or maybe doing midnight call with the person, I would say it here. And you know me. You should even know me.
I know you. That is why I want us to be clean so that people can even learn from this.
You should know me that, like, I'm not a better man because you're around.
Hey, wait.
No, it's true. No, it's true. I'm not a better man because you're around. Like, even before we got married,
you're already a better man.
Better
man. Hey.
No.
Better man.
No, but it's the truth. Like,
you should have a product, better man product.
No, but really, come to think of it, like, it could just be like all those should I
boxers,
say,
pants, singlets, better man.
Ooh, when we go and do trademark, so I'm not a better man because of your presence.
Mm-hmm.
And neither am I that man that would lose his guard because of your absence.
Aye!
No, but
you are poetic. Your name there should be poetic in your name. Answer lines.
But I think that's really true. So if I started maybe talking more jovial with that, I don't know how that happened. I actually don't know how that happened because you are the one observing. For me, I don't think that was necessarily the case. Or maybe I may have been responding to the person in the same vibe that the person was showing.
Okay.
Not necessarily because I had been cooking something in terms of my communication with that person because you were absent.
Yeah. So as a follow-up, my love, what I'm saying is because whenever we go to that place, most times, and we see this lady, she almost bends down like, good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. That's how she used to greet you then. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma. How are the children, ma? Fine, ma. Oh, thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. Yeah. That's how she greets us.
Then all of a sudden,
I travel.
Her choice.
No, you.
Let me relax because let me allow you to. I'm actually relaxed.
So
when you start saying relax, you now look like maybe I'm not relaxed. I'm very
before
much
I traveled,
relaxed.
She was like, good evening, ma. Good evening, sir. How are the children, ma? How are the children, sir?
But did she change that greeting?
No, wait now. Calm down. Good evening, ma. Good evening, sir. How are you, sir? How are you, ma? Okay, I'm fine. Work is fine, sir. Work is fine, ma. Okay, thank you. That's how the greeting was before I traveled.
Yeah.
Now, if I came back and then when she's saying, good evening, ma, good evening, sir, you'd be like, how are you? Fine. Okay, well done. Thank you. That's how you answer. Finish greeting. How are the children? They are fine. And everybody disperse. But this time, if it was that we now saw her and she was like, hey, sir, hey, me, this one, then you now say, okay, fine. Then you go. I'll now say, maybe because I was not around, this person was now being nice to you, but I'm proud of my husband that he was still firm. But that's not what I saw.
Okay,
Let me say what I saw, my love.
Okay. I was a bit more relaxed.
Let me say what I saw. It was now no longer, good afternoon, man. Good afternoon, sir. You're welcome. Then you now say, you're welcome. Thank you. No, it was, hey, sir, you have come back. Hey, thank you for coming to visit today. See, me, this one. Then you're not like, I beg you. This kind of, you're not like, no, me too, I'm not. This one. So in my mind, I'm like,
can I? Okay.
Let me. So I'm not like, wait, so. Is it not a person that was almost reaching ground to say good morning, sir?
Oh boy,
and you two, you were just like this.
People change.
All of a sudden, I'm not like, why is it that this freedom happened within 2 weeks? Now, what happens if I now travel for 1 month? Do you understand? Yeah. How would the freedom be? The freedom that she could not even pretend that she has seen me to even revert back to. She was still able to be so jovial, which is not a bad thing. It's not bad.
And
but I'm saying,
I wish I had a pen to be writing,
considering the antecedents of how she used to greet, like, oh, my uncle, my auntie. But now it was like, and
like my
just
colleague.
in case I don't forget, she was not gisting with me. It was you she was gisting with. And I was like, wow. So can you expatiate on.
Anyway, what I would just, I've already answered this question before.
Okay, so since you answered it now, let me ask you a direct question. Because I remember that I asked the question when I came back and I noticed it.
Yeah.
I asked you, I said, I noticed that this person is now superly free.
Can I say what's on my mind now
and
so that I don't
when
forget?
I said I noticed that she's superly free with you, you were like, no way, she's not. And it took days for you to admit that it's true.
The truth
she's
is,
actually freer with me.
Let me add a few things before I forget. The fact remains that I cannot see myself.
Mm-hmm.
You are the one who made the past assessment. You are still the same person that made the future.
Was I wrong?
Wait now. I'm not here to say whether you're
wrong. But I even want to hear you.
I don't
Was I wrong? Was I wrong?
It's your assessment.
No. I want to know your
You marked the script as not wrong. So I accept your marking
scheme. Don't accept. Don't accept.
But it's true now.
Don't accept my script. I want to hear your heart. You understand? I want to hear your truth. I want to hear your truth. Do you think, if you say I'm wrong, I know I'm wrong, because why I'm even bringing it up now? Why I'm bringing it up now? Why I'm bringing it up now is because we've already talked about this thing and you've admitted. So if you now don't want to admit on the camera, now it's a different thing. So my question to you is,
I think there might have been some variations in our response, but I cannot liken that variation to the fact that you traveled. There is no empirical evidence to now say because my wife traveled, this person now switched her greetings and all of that. But what I want to say to you is this. I'm happy that you've noticed the past and the present, or it's even this. There is no way me and that person can even be in like, there's no means of interaction between us anymore. I think the person has traveled out or something like that in that particular sense.
Is it me that cut people's relationship?
No, I don't have a relationship with the person.
Because I didn't cut it.
I don't even have
chatting that wicked woman. She cut a genuine friendship of her husband. I did not cut the friendship.
Wait, now the person has left, the person has traveled. But what I'm trying to say is this. If people can communicate to your spouse or to your husband in your presence in a certain way, maybe you'll see that some men, when they are around some ladies, they are very serious and all that is a lie. It's because the wife is there.
That's why they are pretending.
That precipitates that level of seriousness.
So you're saying I should be grateful that
I'm not saying anything.
Chatting with so much flair.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, Laura, I'm grateful, Lord, that my husband and the other lady were even free enough to laugh in my presence. Who am I? Lord, you counted me worthy. When some other men and women were pretending in front of themselves, but me, you allow my husband and this girl to be free to laugh in my presence. Lord, I'm grateful. I will never take your mercy for granted. Thank you, Lord.
Okay. That prayer is to God. But what I'm trying to tell you is that, I once told you of a man that had 2 mobile phones.
Yeah.
You remember that story?
I remember.
He keeps, when he's going home, he will leave one inside his boot where he used to put jack. There's no way the wife will look for jack in this life. He will keep one phone in his jack compartment. All those spanner and wheel and all those, he put one phone there. The phone is off. As he's going to work, he'll on that phone back. That's what he did for several years. Wait, I'm still going to it. But when you have a man that lives the life of an open book, do you understand what I'm saying?
A priest.
Yes, a priest that has an open book.
A transparent priest.
A man that is transparent. A man that is not evoking a deliberate emotion from a lady to act as a decoy for his wife.
Hallelujah. People
do that. They'll say, when my wife is here, please just be very formal. After she goes, we can
even when
laughing.
I do you good, don't say thank you.
So those things happen. Those things happen in marriage, but I'm not that kind of man that will now come and pretend. I don't pretend. I don't have anything. I know, like, even my department in church now, for example, young ladies everywhere and all that. In fact, much of the time now, what they call me is, what's the name that Patience was calling me on Sunday? She said, you're an elder. And I now say, Patience, I'm just 41 years old. How did I become an elder in this department? I beg, people should be deploying, be sending me, be making me active. I'm still a member of this department, even though you people have now crowned me with an elder status. But I want to, and I now told her one thing. I said, I don't want you guys to see me as an elder because I would lose touch with what's really happening in this department. Let me still, I want to be like every other person. deploy me. If I'm not wearing uniform or doing what I'm supposed
Punish
to do,
me.
punish me. Let me.
I want to be suspended.
Yes, I just want to be part of what's going on, and that has been my life. Like I've done the best. I cannot even pretend from somebody like you, because you were born with all these detective instincts and all that. Even when things are not even going on or happening, you have an ability to find the future in the present.
Let me say something.
You understand?
Would you be okay if let me just complete this thing? So from our talk so far, we have established that before I traveled, there was a level of formality.
It appears so based on your observation.
When I traveled and I came back, there was some level of freedom which was not there again.
And I'm saying that.
However, what I want to just round up my own statement with is now let us assume that I was wrong. Okay. Let's assume that I was wrong. But I noticed that when we first had that conversation and I said, I think both of you are now very free with each other compared to, and you were like, no. And I was telling you, I say, I'm not angry. If you think I'm angry, I'm not even angry. I'm in a place of testimony since we have been praying, oh God, open door. He just opened door, I traveled, I came back. I'm not angry, you understand? I'm just making a conversation with you and everything. And maybe because you saw that there was really no judgment, you now said, that's true, that formality was no longer there. And then after that time, whenever we go and visit, you were now more formal in the conversation. I would like you to just expatiate on when you now switched back from that 2 weeks freedom back to that formality.
I've always been free,
no. Chill.
I've always been free. I'm telling you.
No. See, let us be sincere with people that are watching.
I'm sincere with you now.
So when you switched from that 2 weeks of jokes and play back to how you were before the 2 weeks, how did the relationship end?
See, you are speaking as though within that 2 weeks I was in that person's company.
I'm not saying you were in the we had to go and visit to see the person now, right?
Wait, within we that, had to wait, visit let me even tell you something.
You were not always in the person's company. But I'm saying,
I want to even say something. Wait now, just hear me out. Within that 2 weeks, I don't think I must have seen that person more than 2 times. Okay. And within those 2 times that I saw that person, I don't think I would have had up to a 30 seconds conversation with that person within those 2 times that I saw the person.
I agree.
So I'm trying to give you context here now.
Okay, I agree.
But if your wife tells you that she notices that you are now free with somebody, what's the next thing for you to do? Is to put back all those boundaries.
So when you put back the boundaries, what happened? Yeah. Now you share. What happened when you put back the boundaries?
How now?
Share with the congregation so that men too can learn and women can learn. Share.
See, when I put back those boundaries, it now appeared that the person almost began to act wild. Person was acting wild, wild actions. Like
now, why would a single girl that
it's on her
started acting wild when you put back the systems?
It's on her. It's not on me. It's on her.
Keep sharing.
I can't answer for her. It's on her. It's not for me.
Keep sharing. It's
not for me. I just feel that, people would always be who they are.
Yeah, so what are the things that you noticed? Sorry, continue.
Sincerely, if I will be frank, the person
with the people so that they can learn.
Wait now.
That's what we are. This is House of Utterance.
Which one
where
is
we
so
talk about freedom so that other younger couples can learn.
What I'm just saying is that I'm responsible for my own defense system.
No, chill.
No, I will not say what I'm not supposed to say.
How did the person react?
I've already told that the person lost her guardrails.
Can you speak English that people can understand? Because I don't even know what guardrails mean.
It's just like when somebody would talk to you respectfully, all of a sudden the person does not mind if they are respecting you.
They start insulting.
No, not necessarily insults, but they are just loose with words. And I didn't
lose with God bless words. You, sir. You're so nice.
No,
what type of words? Explain so that they can understand.
I'm not explaining to them. I'm explaining to you. You're the one I'm talking to.
Me?
Not to them.
You don't want them.
This is my conversation with you.
So why not enlighten men? Enlighten them.
What I would just say, since my wife has, pointed me in the let me take the hint from her.
Yes.
I just feel the best person, let me be very sincere with you guys. The best person you can be is yourself. But in being yourself, make sure that you always respect your wife. Sincerely, that's the best, because You might think that, okay, trying to downplay conversations with people, you want to make your wife happy, you want to make her pleased, but you are burning bridges one way or the other. I'm not saying that you should now open up the lines of communication where you are 100% accessible by people. But the point I'm making simply, this is my own simple opinion, and God knows my heart as I say this. Be yourself with people. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to be a lion to people when you are not a lion. But have those guardrails in place that protects you, protects your marriage, and protects the peace in your home. Protect the peace in your home, and let that peace be in your home, not in another lady's house.
Okay, thank you so much.
Let me even say something else additionally. When I was doing my youth service, I used to know of a man that used to come and visit one of my friends then, who was a core member. Myself and some of my guys, like maybe weekends, we just visit people. Simon Tada, what was this other guy? There was another guy from Epoma, and what was this dude's name again? One guy that went to Ife. I can't remember. I can see all the faces. Like we'll meet the guy around. We'll meet him. We met him like once or twice in that lady's house. Lady was a core member. So he will come. He will buy drinks. He will buy a lot of chops and all that. But we will be like, this guy is married now. It was an estate we used to go to then. We had many of our core member friends. So we just visit and all that. So it just appeared to me that for a man to buy drinks and go to another lady's house to just go and unwind, why can't he be unwinding in his house?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that be at peace with everybody, but share the peace. Share that beautiful moment with your wife, with your spouse, not with another person. So I'm for that person that is at peace with all men. That includes all women. Be at peace with everybody.
Thank you.
But at the same time, know your boundaries as a married man. Know your boundaries as a married woman. You understand? Don't go laughing like a jackal because you are trying to please a lady who is not your wife. It's totally not worth it.
Thank you so much for sharing. So I'll go back to my question because
I even thought we were done.
No, we are not, because you've actually answered it as if you're in church, as if you're trying to please people. But
I'm being myself, man.
It as raw as we had a conversation at home. And the reason why
I'm being myself,
and yes,
sincerely.
So you don't have to please anybody. So
except
my question
you want to answer
to you,
for me.
No. So my question, which I asked you, which I'm still going to repeat, is before the 2 weeks, there was a way you were acting with this lady.
I've answered that now, Julie.
During the 2 weeks, when I was not there, you said you maybe just once or twice, 30 seconds conversations. However, when I came back, I noticed that there was now that laughing, gisting, that was not happening when I was there. And I remember that we had that discussion, and after we had that discussion, you were like, well, you didn't really talk, but you don't know. But what you just know is somehow that you agree that they have been. So you now put back those formality in the greetings. And when you put back the formalities in the greetings, there was a way she started acting that after a while, it almost came down to an irreconcilable difference that I know that there were times that I had to step in and ask you to calm down because of the level of disrespect. So that's what I'm asking you to talk about, because it's not like I'm thinking about it in my head.
I will never take responsibility for actions that I'm not responsible for.
I'm not saying you are responsible. I'm saying can you share about how she behaves so that people can
I've already shared. There's nothing else to say.
Did she disrespect you?
I feel she disrespected me, yes.
Once or twice, several times. Did I have to step in at some point during the disrespect?
Stepping with her or stepping
with you?
With me? Yeah, you
because
did.
of how vexed you were.
You did. I was actually vexed. And I was vexed. I cannot deny the fact that I was vexed. I just felt that a lot of her utterances were, but I'm not responsible for her feelings.
I'm not saying you're responsible.
So I cannot speak on it.
So you can
I can't say anything about it.
Me now I'm talking about it. I'm
because
not
I don't
responsible for it.
I don't know how.
You are sharing
I cannot
for
ask
people
her.
to
Do you
learn.
understand?
Do you understand?
But I've already put out my learning points already.
Okay,
what
so
other point do you want me to put out?
Since you've put your own point, let me now put my own point.
Yeah.
So what now happened was she now became very disrespectful to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we agree on that. And when she became very, very disrespectful to you, there were some points that you were very angry. There are several times I saw you really angry, and I'll tell you, calm down. calm down, calm down, calm down. And I remember that I made a statement to you and I was like, if the relationship did not change from that formal relationship, this person will not have the guts to talk to you in a disrespectful manner. Because prior to this time, this person has always talked to you with respect and honor.
Yeah.
The only reason why this person now had the mind or the effrontery to talk to a married man, which is my husband, in that kind of manner is because there was a time where you people laughed. If people did not laugh, she would not talk like that. So I'm not saying this thing to say that you have power over what she's doing.
Yeah,
no.
It's on her. It's not
I'm
on me.
not saying it's on you. I'm
it's
not
on
saying
her.
it's on you. Do you understand?
It feels like it's
you are
on
hearing
me,
like it's on you, but
it's
not
on her
you.
because and I'll still
you are
say
repeating
and I'll
it's
still
on her.
and
I'm
I'll
not
still,
saying
yeah,
it's
and I'll
on
still
you. So
say
why
it
are you
again
saying
that
it's on her?
I'm not responsible for her out, so I cannot answer for it.
I did not say you are responsible.
That's why I cannot answer because I don't know what's going through her mind.
Yes.
It's not my outburst, it's hers.
It's her outburst.
Yes, so I'm not responsible for it.
But when she is making her outburst on you and you are getting angry and you are making your outburst, I'm in the room with you. So I'm seeing you outburst on her outburst.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to calm your outburst
on
because of her outburst.
Yeah.
So if I'm in the middle trying to calm your outburst for another person's outburst, for an outburst that is caused by an outburst because
I think
something
what
happened.
I should have done, maybe I should have asked her, why are you acting like this? Would that have made sense to you?
It would have not made sense to me.
So, and thank God I didn't ask her because I knew it would not make sense. Because that one now is like going out fishing. Going out fishing, looking for souls that are not lost.
Yeah.
It's totally pointless.
Yeah.
So the least I could have done was to be in that safe place with you to be able to vent.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't have taken my vents to her because there will be no basis for that. So her reaction is her reaction. I'm not responsible for her reaction.
Nobody has said you are responsible.
But
Free yourself of the guilt. You are
I'm
not responsible. So you don't have to repeat it 10 times. You are not responsible. I have not said you are responsible. So why
you free yourself from the guilt?
Because you have repeated it more than 10 times. And so why are you saying
I have to say that because it's my story, isn't it?
It's your story. Okay,
it's my story.
Oh yeah, say it again. Say it again.
I think I've actually said let's not make this thing look like something that was so much of a big deal.
It was not a big deal. I don't know why you are trying to act sanctimonious.
No, you are the one.
Did it happen? It happened. Share your story. You are trying to act like a pastor. Does he own a church? He does not own a church. So relax and talk.
I don't have any story, my dear. I don't have any story.
Relax and say your story.
Nobody's judging you. Story.
Nobody's judging you.
I don't have any story.
We are gisting with ourselves and we are gisting with people.
I don't have any story.
When a man repeats several times, I can't share her story. I can't share her story. No.
I can only share mine.
Thank you so much for sharing. So for me, like I started the video. The reason why I brought this up is because there are sometimes that when you see scenarios like that happened, then you think to yourself that, okay, now I have this offer to relocate. Do I really want to relocate and be somewhere else away from my husband? If I could just go on a trip for 2 weeks and we had this drama that lingered for a long time, how would it be if I actually relocate?
Your storytelling abilities are very, very.
Thank you so much for the compliment.
Impressive.
So what I'm just trying to
share. A lot of
share,
hyperboles and I sense a lot of exaggerations, but I'm still listening. You are not done yet.
What I'm just trying to share.
So you're trying to now create that nexus between, okay, for 2 weeks, somebody that I saw twice, spoke to for less than a minute. How did that
resulted in a drama that I had to step in several times to solve?
That drama, why link it to 2 weeks? Because if you create that premise of 2 weeks,
why it's linked,
then you're not trying to say if I go for 2 years, what would that?
The reason why it is linked,
I think it's a faulty premise.
The reason why it is linked to that 2 weeks
the premise is actually faulty. It's a faulty premise.
I know
it's
that this
totally,
person could have never.
It's not a reasonable premise and it's a faulty premise.
The reason why I linked it.
If you dwell on that premise.
No, I'm not even dwelling on it. The reason why I'm linking it is because I know in my guts that this person would have never disrespected you if you never laughed with her.
If you can say so.
Am I wrong?
You can say so.
Am I wrong?
I cannot justify that right now.
Am I wrong?
I can't justify that right now. Because I don't know what's going through her mind. I don't know her person. I don't know her from Adam. I cannot draw from her past because I cannot say, okay, a 2 minutes past now influencing a whole future. No,
it's actually good that we're having this conversation because I know how the conversation goes when we're downstairs.
I cannot even
and I know how the conversation is going now that we're upstairs.
And let me tell you something.
I think it's because he's wearing white. He wants to look holy for you guys, so it's fine. And I'll leave it there.
Sincerely, I can't.
He knows why.
I can't take that responsibility. The only person I'm responsible for is you. So any other person can't be responsible.
Yeah, so let us hear.
If they dole out bullshit, it's on them, it's not on me.
So thank you so much for sharing. Let us hear in the chat area how it feels like to live with your husband or to live with your wife, and how it feels like to live separately from your spouses.
True.
And if you've ever experienced any of the things we are sharing, possibly when you were not with your spouse, and how you were able to handle it.
Yeah.
I've explained how I handled mine.
100% of the time,
I've explained
I would always prefer to live with my spouse around.
Okay.
I just feel that balance for me is, even sometimes when you're in Abuja, the time you travel maybe to see your mom, I think for some or maybe you went to Lagos, I cannot even remember. Then maybe I dropped, okay, my kids, did I drop them off or they were with me and I was alone? Like, you would stay with a woman for a while just to realize that you cannot really function optimally without that person beside you. And that has been my experience with you having to travel and all that. So I might be smiling or rather blushing because that's the truth. So just take what everything I've said, just take me for the truth value of what I'm actually sharing with you. It's easier to have your spouse around, than to have them away. Then you are trying to use, it's just more beautiful to know that you are going back to be with somebody that you care about than going back to your phone, calling your spouse on the phone. They are two different worlds. And I would always prefer to be in the company of my spouse.
I'd like to ask you a question.
Please go ahead.
What would you say about...
Final question, right?
Yeah. What would you say about the way I spoke to you about it when I came back? Was it right? Was it wrong? How would you advise women to speak to their husbands when they...
What I feel was that you've already drawn your premise. And I want to be very truthful now.
Mm-hmm.
You've already come to your conclusions. So I feel that nothing I would have said would have tilted your mind away from that conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still played out here today. Nothing I said would have tilted your mind out of that conclusion. And when you are in that conclusive mode, the more I try to make you see something different, the more you think that there is something in that conclusion that is real and true. So what most men do when their wives draw up conclusions like that, they just accept so that they can move on. A lot of men, millions of men out there have accepted many things that their wives have said, even though they necessarily don't believe the premise upon which that conclusion was reached. But they just accept, let me just, so that we can, let's let this issue even pass. Let us be talking of other things.
Yeah.
And I feel that, that kind of an environment, it's also as a result of the way women view the world and how women see things. And what you saw or what you felt is a truth, is a kind of truth. It may not necessarily represent the truth of the now, but that truth has some elements of possibilities in it because you're an intuitive person. And is a foolish man when a foolish man does not listen to that truth in the now. I don't know what I'm explaining is right, but I feel that everything that you said was just for me to have some restraint and some caution in my communication based on that truth, which is your truth. But where it now becomes a truth that I might now be dealing with at a future date is when I don't listen to you in the now. Because what happened was you've already seen a set of facts that could lead to something entirely different, that could have a different outcome. And you have noticed it in the now based on your own intuition. And it's my job to be sensitive to what you are saying in the now so that I don't have to be defensive in the future. So that's just how I sum up the entire thing. But I would still say that in men communicating with women, if you ask a lot of men, much of the time, maybe when their wives like have come up with some hypothesis and all of that, and they will be like, where is all this coming from? It's coming from a woman's intuition. That intuition does not mean that those set of facts have happened now. They could happen in the future. But a wise man will accept it in the now and say, okay, you are right. Because he knows that there's some value to take out of that. It doesn't necessarily confirm his guilt or otherwise, but it just shows that, okay, you are right. I think there's some value here. You have expressed this because this might be coming from a fear that you have. It might also be coming from a set of facts that, if those facts are in continuous motion, they could lead to that thing that you are talking about in the now. So what does a wise man do? You begin to. That's why maybe you saw me trying to put those guardrails back, to just prevent, so that it doesn't now lead to a case of, it's from clap, they now entered dance. From dance, they now entered disco hall with lights, So I just feel that God just put some of all these things in place in our wives to give us as men wisdom, and that wisdom is very key. For every man that always wants to disagree with his wife without taking the lesson, much of the time they enter into things that they now become the lesson. They now become the premise upon which other people are learning, so that they don't make that mistake again. And I really must commend you. I must commend you, because after you made that declaration, I was like, okay, it's true. Even without agreeing with the premise, but I said it's true. I now had to put guardrails back in, and that's a good thing. Is that a good thing? Do you think it's a good thing? I think that's a good thing. So if my wife tells me now that, it's like there's a way a particular lady wants to be smiling around you, blah, 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 it's a truth. Yeah, it's a truth. You are seeing what I'm not seeing. Because some women can set up the environment. They will set you up in an environment where you think that things are just happening because God wants, but no, they've engineered an environment for you as a man. But when your wife sees that another woman has engineered an environment for you to now fall into her hands or into her laps, and she tells you that truth, in that moment, it is your wife's truth, and you must be sensitive to get the wisdom out of it. She's not trying to stop you from every other thing in the world and make you live like a hermit. No. She has seen something that, if you continue along that path, you might land into something entirely different. But women have the ability to stop a thing now before it now leads to something entirely different in the future. So that's why we really, as men, cannot do without the wisdom and the intuition of our wives. And that's why I will still say I must commend you. And you've done that all through our marriage. Like, you've always seen different levels of truths, and you know how to nip it in the bud. You nip that, you produce that truth, then I begin to put guardrails. And it's good. It's good. What other form of benevolence would God have showed me if He had not given me a wife like you that knows how, that can see the process of time. You can see the future in the current state of time, and you can help me to reorganize my life with facts that you know will have a future outcome, but you believe we can stop it in the now. So you've done that for me for the past 10 years, and I can say I'm grateful. Just that now you're getting better at it. I love you. You, my best friend, family, with a great big hug. And a hug and kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? So I think, where are we? Sefini, the end in Indian language. God bless you guys. See, there's great value in listening to what your wife has to say. When your wife is having fears or she's having an intuition about something, listen. There was a man that I know that, the wife had a dream. Say, don't travel. Intuition about danger ahead. The man woke up. She said, this dream I had, it was so clear. You had an accident. Don't travel, don't travel, don't travel. The children even put him out, don't travel. This man, goes to church, loves God. He said, no, it's just a dream. I am going to travel. I've been planning this trip for a very long time. I will still travel. Guys, he traveled. Guess what? He traveled. He had a terrible accident. The wife had to hustle and struggle with him for him to get himself to the point of the amputation of his leg. So you don't take a woman's intuition for granted. There is a truth in that intuition, and it's your job as a man to humble yourself, to listen, to pick the value. Don't look for the contention in that whole communication. Pick the value there and run with it. It will save you. It has saved a lot of men from many things that we never knew could be possible. In fact, a lot of cheating men, their wife had spotted that truth, but they didn't listen. They didn't take the truth value. This girl, she's this to the point that they started, girls will cook food, bring to the office. A married man, you open your mouth and eat. You'll be eating cooked food of single ladies in your office. Is something wrong with you? Are you all right? Are you okay? After eating cooked food, you have to reciprocate the gesture now. What better place for you to reciprocate than to go and cook in the lady's house? Dinner for two. From dinner for two, you have now become a cook in a single lady's house. After cooking raw materials, food, protein, and carbohydrates, before you know, you start cooking yourselves together. So this thing is just a trail. So a woman's intuition is to stop you at the point of, before you eat your colleague's food in the office, that single lady that used to bring her sorted and say, join me, join me, join me. And you don't have self-control, you don't have restraints in your dictionary. Your wife's job is to stop you from taking that first bite, because you cannot tell where the additional bites will lead you to. So it's our job to take, because women are intuitive. You can't take it away from women. They see it, they notice it. They might not have all the facts at their fingertips, but God has a way of communicating with women that can show them, this man is about to lose. He's about to lose his way. He's about to lose his way. Or you are even a pastor. Your wife is saying, the way you are counseling this person, you can redeploy this person for additional counseling. You say, no. There's a sure word from God for this person. Are you the only person that can give sure word as a pastor? No. You're not the only person. But somewhere, that lady has already set up a set of facts that you are the pawn. You are the pawn in that set of facts. And you are the one who is going to lose. You will lose your hedge as a result of your inability to not listen. So when your wife tells you, stop interfacing with this lady, not because she hates the lady, but she has seen a set of facts that if you don't nip in the bud currently, you would make a mistake in life. You will make a mistake in the future. Then all of a sudden, for that pastor, somehow, maybe the lady travels to the UK. You now go and minister in the UK. They invite you for something. The first person that wants to come and visit you, maybe your wife is not there, is this lady. And the rest is history. So I just feel that before major things that break homes happen, God gives one person that intuition to be able to stop those set of facts from becoming mature and becoming like a full-grown sin that can destroy that home or destroy that marriage. And it's your job to humble yourself, to listen. However your wife presents those set of facts, don't look for the contention, look for the value. Look for the value in that conversation. It will help you, to save you. It will keep your marriage. It will keep your life. It will give you longer years to live. Don't be like that, my friend, that went on a frolic of his own. And at the end of the day, out of his inability to, his lack of wisdom to take the value, he had to lose a leg. And that's affected, of course, you guys know now. You may not really know, but just take the value. I think really that's the point I really want to make. And I've taken the value, and that value led to other things. But for me, my joy is I picked the value, I implemented it, and I'm happy I did. So yeah. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Hope I've not spoken too much on today's session. Are you
Perfect.
sure? All right. God bless you guys.
God bless you.